Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. During our coverage of red tide, ABC7 viewers have been reaching out to us here at the station with health concerns, asking us if it's safe to breathe the air or go in the water. ABC7's Taylor Torgano is digging deeper for answers and found some of the places most affected by red tide on Longboat Key, and they're in canals right behind people's homes.
We know red tide is bad at our area beaches, but imagine living at this home just off of John Ringling Parkway. I'm told these fish have been here for more than 2 weeks now, and I've only been here 5 minutes and already started coughing. So the respiratory issues, is it safe to get inside the water? I sat down with doctors today to ask.
We are definitely seeing the effects of the red tide this year.
In fact, allergy doctor Jennifer Fergeson says it's been so bad, she's advising people to stay out of the water.
People should avoid being in the water during this season because of the red tide. The toxin is very potent, and when inhaled can cause a lot of respiratory upper and lower respiratory symptoms.
Doctors say this harmful algal bloom is likely to affect you one way or another, but the degree of itchy eyes, scratchy throat, and coughing will depend on the person.
We've had a lot of patients come in with flares of their nasal symptoms, exacerbations of their asthma, where they're having to use their rescue inhaler more frequently, or they're coughing and wheezing near daily compared to how they had been.
Those airborne toxins also have the ability to cause skin irritation and rashes if you're submerged. However, the medical director of Sarasota Memorial Hospital's ER and urgent care centers says the algae is merely an irritant that isn't proven to have lasting effects.
The closer you are to it, the more irritating it's going to be, but it's typically not a life-threatening situation rather than getting a sore throat and some red eyes.
That irritation can spread to your stomach if you're not careful where you're getting your shellfish during high red tide events.
Mollusks, oysters, clams, mussels, they tend to accumulate the toxin in their tissue as opposed to fish.
But Dr. Holland says you're typically safe if you're eating that fish at a restaurant. The good news is SMH says they haven't gotten anyone checking into their ER rooms with internal or physical symptoms of red tide. If you must go to the beach, doctors recommend you bring a respiratory mask. And if you have asthma or COPD, they say you should stay away altogether. I'm reporting from Longboat Key. Taylor Torgano, ABC7, your Suncoast News.